Existence is composed of contours and contents. Contours are structures designed to house, delimit, and make visible what we call content. However, the content of each thing not only moves the contours, it transcends them. The being's first impression is that the contour is responsible for movement, as if the external environment were what drives life. The being interprets its own existence as the displacement of the contour in which it is inserted, and calls this phenomenon manifestation. Thus, it comes to believe that, without the contour, content does not exist, as if form were more real than what it contains. The being also perceives that it is the interaction with the immense variety of contours that writes stories. And it is the expectation, pleasure, and pain experienced by the content in these interactions that it interprets as life. The movement of contours is equivalent to stories being written, where the feelings of the content correspond to what the being calls living. In an initial understanding, the temporality of the contour is acknowledged. It is born, wears down, and disappears. As for the content, only speculations remain, multiplied into countless theories. It is within this lack of knowledge that hope is inserted as a balm to soften the unacceptable end of the contour. The being does not know the content, and recognizes the contour as the only possible reality and, therefore, as the only truth. Every effort of perpetuation is directed toward the contour, or what it represents. By identifying with the contour, the being believes it is ensuring its presence in life. It is almost impossible for the being to perceive that the contour is, in essence, an emptiness impossible to fill. The content, on the other hand, is not limited to what the being calls absorbed experiences. It is in the content that what it understands as presence resides, and it is there that its true essence rests. The admission of the contour as presence, and the effort to eternalize it in history, is one of the deepest human follies. It is in this mistake that the idea arises that writing a book, having a child, and planting a tree guarantee the being a place in eternity. Such attitudes, although celebrated, do not perpetuate it. On the contrary, they imprison it in an illusory construction that it itself erects. As long as the being's gaze remains fixed on the contour, it will never perceive that only the contour produces reflections in mirrors. The content, silent and essential, does not reflect. It simply is. And it is precisely because it does not reflect that it remains invisible to eyes that only know how to see surfaces.